Hey friends, we back. So we're gonna talk about relationships, green flags, and how to recognize red flags. That's something that really everybody struggles with because, like we were saying earlier, in our intro video, a lot of times you be so high off the love and the relationship, so caught up, so distracted by everything and that feeling that you're getting that you look past those red flags. You feel what I'm saying? And you gotta be able to recognize what's a green flag and what's a red flag. You know what I mean? So we're gonna talk about that a little bit. What flags, what things that you know now are red that at one point you might have thought was a green flag. Like for me, example, like I don't like anybody to overly depend on me. And in a young mind, it's like, oh my God, like this person needs me, they depend on me. You know what I mean? I'm the center of their life. Like they can't move without me. And then as I got older, I'm like, you know what? That's a red flag. You feel what I'm saying? That's an example of what I'm trying to say. Like that's a red flag. I don't need for nobody to depend on me to the point where you can't make a move without me. You know what I mean? Putting a stamp of anything on. I need you to move independently on your own, make your decision. If you want to talk to me about it, to get my advice, but it shouldn't be to that degree. Did that make sense, or did I go left? Because I could have went left. I don't know where I sometimes I don't know. But that's a red flag for me. Or another red flag for me is wanting to know every move I make. When you young minded,
yeah, that's definitely a
somebody
red flag.
could some people really believe that person loved me so much that they just want to know everything about what's going on with me. That's not true. To me, that's a sign of control, and it's a red flag for me. So certain things, now that I'm an adult and I'm fully grown. When I say an adult, like you're 20 years old, you're still young. You don't know what's going on. When you're in your 40s, you've seen enough to know, okay, that's a red flag for me. That's not the road I'm trying to go down. I don't want nobody possessive. I don't want nobody trying to control me. I want somebody to give me my space when I need it. I want them to realize and be secure in they self that when I need space, and it got nothing to do with you. It got to do with me charging my battery and having time for myself. You know what I'm saying? So those types of things like that, those are red flags. And when I see it, I got to beat the feet real quick because I'm not gonna get caught up in no foolishness where somebody's trying to change me and curtail who I am to mimic how they want things to be for me. I just can't work like that. That make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Every relationship is different, as we all know. The highs, the lows, especially in new relationships, because especially if you just really got together like on a whim, like you both vibed off each other, and the conversation was excellent and all of that. And what I have learned in my many of years of living, red flags definitely to me is the biggest thing is if I'm telling you I'm going somewhere and you don't believe me and I'm not saying this is in my current relationship, I'm just saying in general.
Just from life experience.
Yeah, life experience. If I tell you I'm going somewhere and my phone is blowing up, or you're constantly interrupting me while you're calling me on my phone, that's a red flag. That means that you don't trust me.
Right.
I should only have to tell you once. Others could be an emotional thing, as to where Carla said that person becomes codependent on you, and it's like you feel sorry for them, and it's like, well, dang, do I leave? Do I stay? That's a red flag. Anytime you question yourself,
right. It becomes an emotional blackmail at that point.
Exactly. Another red flag is being passive aggressive, and we all know what that means.
Right.
And not paying attention to the other person's needs emotionally, not so much physically. Those are red flags, and that's in every relationship. Every relationship is not great. You have your, like I said, you have your high moments and you have your low moments. So when people say, when you ask them like, oh, how you and hubby and how you wifey doing? Oh, we doing good. They're only telling you that because they don't want you in their business.
Right, and they don't want to really go into it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because as two people coming together, you're bringing all your baggage, right? A lot of times we don't unpack our baggage and we don't get any help doing that, meaning like professionally. So when you come together, you bring in all that. You bring in your childhood. You bring in past relationships. You bring in your hurt. You bring in insecurities. You know what I'm saying? You bring in all that garbage is coming together, and you have to learn how to unpack it together. You feel what I'm saying? And put it in some type of order. But if you're not in a position where you're both healthy, you end up making a mess of things. You know what I'm saying? And you end up punishing another person for what has happened to you in your past, even from your childhood. You put that all on another person, you know. And so a lot of times, as you come together with another person, you learn that if you're healed, or if you are in the process of it, you'll realize that person that you are with, they're supposed to be bringing out the best in you. And when you get triggered by the things that they're doing, then that's when you got to recognize those are things within yourself that are unhealed. Those are the things you need to pay attention to so you can fix it, and y'all can build together and come together as a healthy unit. And sometimes you realize that it can't be done. You know what I mean? That your purpose was only for the point of learning from one another and fixing as much as you can, and then you going about your business. It never has to be any animosity or anything like that. It just means that the spiritual contract is over at that point, and you learn everything you can learn from the situation. You feel what I'm saying? If that makes sense to you.
Yep, lesson learned. Speed on before you get peed on. That's what I say. She said, beat your feet.
Yes.
Speed on before you get peed on.
Right.
You know, but that's about sums it up.
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day, we can go on and on and on.
It's always a good topic when you talk about love.
Yeah.
And love, trust. Oh, that's always a topic, because really the goal is to fall in love with somebody. The goal is to have a partnership with somebody. But it's not always glitz and glamour. You know what I mean? You really got to get in the mud with people in order to really establish that relationship and that bond. And sometimes it requires you doing hard work. And sometimes the hard work, some people ain't ready for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people just not. Or some people feel like they've already done that already. They don't want to go through it again with another person. You know what I mean? So, relationships are hard. They really are. So you got to be prepared for them.
Yeah, relationship is a job.
It definitely is.
It's a job, just like motherhood, fatherhood.
Damn, that's true.
Is
that's
a
fact.
job.
Definitely.
One of my coworkers,
That's
he
real
had
shit.
a T-shirt on that says, "Being a dad is the hardest job." I said, no. I said, being a mother is a full-time job
It
and
definitely
is harder. What do they say? The old saying is, "Mama's babies, Papa's maybes." So yeah, I don't have a hard job. Sorry. Now, no shade to the ones that do. Some fathers, I know some great men that are great fathers, but y'all know the other ones. Y'all know. So, again,
Relationships it is a full-time job.
it is definitely.
Because you got to go to work, you got to manage life, you know what I'm saying? You got to manage your kids, and you got to manage this relationship. And you got to pour into this relationship as much as you pour into anything else in your life. And if you don't pour into that relationship is going to suffer. You know what I'm saying? And then what's going to happen is you're going to have either you're going to be just living in a situation just to be in it, or you're going to be in a situation where y'all really building together and y'all are falling in love with each other every single day because you put in the work.
That's right.
But both people got to put in the work. You feel what I'm saying? In order for it to be a healthy relationship.
See, I'm a very physical person, and I love to have sex.
Okay.
I do, and my girlfriend, she says it's more of an emotional thing as far as a physical thing.
Right.
So that I'm working on it, but I just want to be loved. I want to be held. I want to love my girl down all the time. She thinks I need help, but I don't. I just love to feel that affection because for the first time, I didn't truly have it the way I have it now. It could be a blessing and it could be a curse.
Right. Plus you're older too.
Yeah, I'm
Tanya.
older, and the juices are still flowing, but I want them to flow more. If you get my drift. Yeah. But that's another
Before it
topic.
run dry,
Yeah, my shit ain't never gonna run dry.
You feel me?
Shit. Anyway, the cup is always filled. It's never empty. Over.
Okay.
Yeah, I had so much.
Oh, okay. All right.
Stuff backed up in me. It's just a volcano at this point.
Okay.
But anyway, we expect for your again your questions to be asked to us. We're gonna try to keep you guys more in tune. We're gonna try, you know, when we get together, but we enjoy doing this because you never know what's gonna come out of our mouths.
Yeah.
But it's again, we've had a lot of changes within ourselves and commitment wise. You know, her to her little man, mine to my newfound girlfriend, and it's a lot. So, you know, not to take anything away from anything, but it's just, it is what it is right now. So for those who I haven't seen in so long, I miss y'all. So just so you know, but it's a long summer, so, and I plan to have a very good summer this summer. So
Definitely. So we got to come up with some good topics so we can at least get together and put some stuff out. You know, it's so funny because we get on here and we try to be so censored. It's hard sometimes to talk because I'm like, anything liable to come out of our mouth. And I hear it in how we're talking right now. This is very censored. It's a very censored conversation. And you know, I think a lot of it has to do with is because we don't want to make past mistakes.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, in a new relationship, we don't want to say anything can be misconstrued.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying? But hopefully we come up with some good topics where we can really be transparent and get down and dirty with some things, you know what I'm saying, like we do. I appreciate every one of y'all who support us, who've known us pretty much probably our whole life, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And y'all look forward to just stopping in, and we appreciate it. And I hope that everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's healthy, and I wish you all love, you know what I'm saying? Love and understanding and peace in your life and prosperity and all that good shit. That's where I'm at with that.
That's right. Keep the vibes right, and support all your people that you know that are entrepreneurs. Lord knows that we do. It's important because they're trying to get on their feet like everybody else.
Right.
So, you know, somebody that's doing something good, giving back, support them.
All you got, even if it's just something so simple as just sharing, you know what I mean? It don't cost nothing because you may not be interested in it, but somebody else that you share, that's all you're sharing is
Caring.
You know what I'm saying? So just something like that gesture means more than anything, you know what I mean? So we good?
So same bat channel, but we out of here like last year. Again, thank you guys. We love you. We out.
See ya.